Let's talk about the elements of an article that will rank on Google. So the first thing that every article has when you are talking about ranking for ranking on Google is that it has a keyword optimized title. Now, what does that mean? Every article is going to have a title, yeah, in order for it to show up on Google, but it also needs to have the keyword in the title. So, for instance, in this article, the keyword or the main topic that we're going to be talking about in this article is Halloween trends, right? Halloween Trends 2022. So this article is 13 Halloween trends that can help marketers fuel their winter holiday campaigns. So that's the first thing. So all articles will have a title. Now, a title is technically seen by search engines as what's called an H1 header. Um, think of headers in articles as like the outline. Remember when we were doing the content brief, at the bottom section, there was like this possible heading section that we were pulling from, and we were pulling the possible headings from search engine results. Well, every article has headers, right? And the headers basically tell search engines and people what each section of the article is about. So for instance, most people won't read an article. What they will do is they will skim these headers right here, and they'll go through and see if what we're talking about in the article is actually what they are looking to find out, when they originally set out to do the reading. If the topics in this article or if these headers in the article don't align with what they're looking for online, they won't read the article. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have headers. It makes it easier to break up the content. It makes it easier for people to find the sections that they're looking for. It makes it easier for people to decide if the article is offering the value that they need to, value to them that they are looking to get from their Google search. The other thing that it does is it helps search engines to understand what your article is about, right? So in the case of this article, we have Halloween trends at the very top, right? In the H1 header. Then we have an H2 here that says people love Halloween and the holiday is spreading, right? This whole section talks about how there are countries in the Middle East and North Africa that are now celebrating Halloween after Saudi Arabia first celebrated the holiday last year. Then there's an H3 header that is under the H2. So consider like the H1 header is the big idea. Like this is what we're talking about. And H2 may outline the different sections that you're talking about. So in this one, it says, okay, people love Halloween and the holiday is spreading. That's an H2. And then under the H2 is people start their Halloween planning really early, right? And then another section is Halloween spending picks up in September. Then another one is Halloween trends for 2022. And then it goes into all of the trends, right? So you got Halloween trends for 2022, Halloween trend number 1, social media continues to play a key role in Halloween festivities. And then Halloween trend number 2, pop culture and entertainment fuel tons of great ideas, right? And there's a bunch of stuff in here. There's videos, there's clips from this infographic, there's clips from social media, all kinds of stuff is in here, right? Okay. You did Halloween trend number 7. These are still H3s, but right here, this will be an H4 because it's a subheading for this Halloween trend, how to use this info in your marketing, that kind of thing. So every article that ranks on Google has a title and it also has headings. Another thing that it has is keywords. So you saw already in the title, the word Halloween trends. Yeah, well, the word Halloween trends shows up a lot in this article because that's what it's about, right? So it's in the first paragraph. It's going to be a lot in the headings themselves. Halloween trends, 20 matches, 20 matches. So that term shows up in this article 20 times. In part because it is a keyword. And so it's important that it show up in the article frequently, right? We know it shows up 13 times in just the headers alone. Another thing that is important for articles is updated data. Now, this is a Halloween post. So that means every year around this time or a couple of months before this, we will update this Halloween trends post, right? So there's one in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So this updated data, you'll see it here. Halloween 2022, and then there's updated spending data for this article, and then we can go down and see some other ones. Let's see. 24% of Halloween celebrants shop smart by planning their Halloween purchases in advance. Right? We have a little gift here from Giphy. We have all kinds of little things in here. 10% of Halloween spending, according to the National Retail Federation, 10% of Halloween spending happens before September. Before September, all of this is updated data, right? So that's why updated data is important, because every year people are looking for updated data on these topics. And so you want to make sure that when you are creating these articles, that you are sourcing information from publications that have, or publications or report or research or whatever, that have updated their stats in recent years. Another thing that all Google ranking articles have are called outbound links. So we just saw one. So according to National Retail Federation, right? And you see National Retail Federation is blue. If I click to go there, it'll be the source where I got this information, chances are. Boom, boom. There we go. National Retail Federation, right? So there, I actually thought there was one up here. Oh, here's another. 24% of Halloween celebrants shop smart by planning their Halloween purchases in advance. So you can see here 24% of Halloween celebrants. If we click through there, you'll see that there is more data here. Halloween spending statistics, right? 58% of Americans plan to celebrate Halloween, that kind of thing. So we have all of these outbound links. Outbound links are important because Google encourages writers and articles and publications to link to, or to identify the source from which they are getting their information and their data and some of their research. And in doing so, you give yourself more credibility by saying like, hey, we read this article and the article said this, and this is how you can find that article. So that's why we link back to other publications using outbound links. Another thing that you will want to use are called anchor links or anchor text. Anchor links are designed to help you help your readers to navigate your site better. So for instance, on this website, we do articles around retail holidays, one of which is back to school. Back to school is the second biggest retail holiday, is the second biggest spending holiday of the year after Christmas. A lot of people don't think of back to school that way, but it is. People spend more money on back to school and Christmas than they do on any other holiday all year long. So because we have an article on back to school, I know that I can click this link, right? And it's going to take, the reader to the article that we have, our updated article on back to school that we have on the website, right? So this is from Back to School 2022. And the reason that you want to do this is because you want people to be able to go from article to article on your website without having to leave and go get their information from somewhere else. So we also have an article on Halloween spending on a website. So if they're interested in Halloween trends, they're probably interested in Halloween spending as well. And then they can just check with this article. It's updated and it has all of the Halloween spending stats here. And again, you have the H2 Halloween spending and sales stats. Per person Halloween spending drops above for 2 this year. Candy's popular, but the biggest investment goes to cartoons. And then check out our Halloween infographic. And then we have this super long infographic that kind of outlines all of the spending. So you know that the anchor links are links that link to information on the current website, and outbound links are links that link to information on another website, right? And then the final thing that we will need is called a meta description. Now let's go here. I'm just going to get in here. See what we can find on Google. All right, so Halloween spending stats. Oh, there it is right there. This is actually our article. You can see it was updated 6 days ago. It's showing up at the top of the Google search results. Yay, go me. And you will see that there is a little description here. This is called a meta description. The meta description and the meta, oh shoot, I didn't change the website. The meta description and the meta title are what show up in the Google search results when you are when people are looking for information about whatever topic they put in here. So they will type in this topic, and then these are all the things that show up. And the meta description describes what people can expect to see when they click into these little when they click the link to go to this article. And then this title right here is basically the meta title. So your meta title isn't always the same as your article title. So you'll see here that says infographic 2021 Halloween stats and spending, and then it's right here, and the title is infographic 2022 Halloween spending, sales, stats, and trends, right? Because for the meta description, it's got to be a little bit smaller to fit into this like little space that Google provides. But in your actual article, you can make it a little bit longer. So a meta description, which is here, this section right here, and meta title are things you also need in an article.